Hello and welcome to the Magic Online Spellgrounds Guide. My name is Joe Dyer and I am part of the Magic Online Creator Program as well as the author of This Week in Legacy over at MTG Goldfish. This guide aims to familiarize you with the basics of Legacy Red Stompy. Mono-Red Stompy is one of Legacy's premier non-blue strategies. The deck's primary game plan revolves around the usage of prison pieces accelerated out with fast mana such as Ancient Tomb and Simian Spirit Guide, and then following up with must-answer threats. Cards like Chalice of the Void, Blood Moon, and Magus of the Moon are powerful cards that can outright stop an opponent cold in their tracks, or at least delay their game plan until your threats can reduce their life total to 0. One important thing to remember about playing a deck like this is to remember to mulligan more aggressively than you would in a blue deck. Blue decks have the ability to fix their mana with fetch lands and cantrips. This deck does not. This means you must be more willing to mulligan hands that don't have some type of initial game plan. A good rule of thumb here is to focus on hands that do something within the first 2 turns of the game. If your hand is putting something into play on turn 3 and not before that, it's going to be too slow of a hand. The threats this deck plays are all extremely threatening cards. Pyrokinesis can be brutal in multiples, since each Goyf sees itself enter for its damage trigger, as well as other Goyfs. Broadside Bombardiers is incredibly powerful, as it can close games out in short order sometimes. Broadside only needs to attack to utilize its boast ability, so you can attack with it and then use that ability to throw a creature at or an artifact at a blocker or at your opponent's life total. One very common play pattern post-combat is to evoke a Fury and then sacrifice it to Bombardiers with the evoke trigger on the stack, which deals 7 damage to any target. This deck also plays a number of ways it can refuel if it runs out of gas. The One Ring and Fable of the Mirror Breaker are both cards that allow you to convert card advantage, which then gives you more prison pieces and more threats to attack your opponent with. The One Ring can also give you protection in crucial turns, while Fable can double up your creatures when it flips, most of which have enters the battlefield triggers. Because Red Stompy is not a blue deck, the sideboard is constructed in a fashion where cards that the deck wants to see more are 4-ofs, and less 1 to 2-ofs. Fairy Macabre can deal with graveyard strategies, while cards like Pyroblast are generally good against the various blue decks of the format. This is just an example of how you can sideboard with this deck. Thank you for watching this edition of the Magic Online Spellgrounds Guides. I hope that you enjoy playing Legacy on Magic Spellgrounds, and keep checking out all the great content provided by the Magic Online team. Once again, my name is Joe Dyer, and have a great day.